Coral reefs are the richest marine biodiversity ecosystem on the planet. They provide a home to 33% of all marine species and also a nursery ground for 25% of all fish species. Coral reefs are very fragile. They are experiencing significant stress from, obviously, climate change. Scientists predict that all corals will be threatened by 2050 due to rising sea temperatures and ocean acidity, all caused by us humans. Many of the things I do involve citizen science. We're responsible for educating divers and dive professionals in marine conservation. We do regular surveys of transect lines, which are like permanent transects, to actually establish the health of the reef, whether it's deteriorating or whether it's recovering. So with regards to the water temperature, we do our surveys at two different depths. I've noticed recently the water temperatures being around about 31. 31, 32 is the bracket when corals are starting to bleach.
There are several factors that can contribute to the bleaching of coral, but the important factor will be temperature. If the temperature rises just only 1 centigrade, it can make coral bleach. In the past 10 years, we can see more frequency of the coral bleaching in these regions. For example, on 2010, in that time, the water temperature in the Gulf of Thailand reached about 34 centigrade. More than 70–80% of the coral bleach. 2016, we also have mass bleaching of coral. 2019, we also see a mass coral bleaching. This year, we start to see some. So actually, it really depends year by year.
So we monitor the coral throughout the year, but we step up our monitoring during the summer months, sort of between March and July. That's the key time for coral bleaching on our island. We do a lot of that during the summer months so that we can gather data that helps scientists to push government into policy making in the climate change area. Coral reefs have often been known as the canary in the coal mine. Bleaching is a sign of strong climate change. We need to protect them to protect ourselves.
Coral Watch and originated from the University of Queensland, and it's now been turned into one of the largest citizen science programs in the world. The Coral Watch program offers a very easy to use survey technique that all of our divers have embraced. The scientists at the University of Queensland have devised this coral health chart, and what they've done is calculated the different colours of various corals based on the severity of bleaching. Obviously the lightest colour being the most bleached and the darkest colour being the most healthy. When we go diving, we regularly schedule surveys at a variety of different dive sites. We first of all identify the type, and then we record the difference between the darkest or healthiest part of that coral and the lightest part of that coral. So once we've surveyed a minimum of 20 corals, there is an app that we can use to upload that data to the main database. And this allows the scientists that are studying this to be able to see the change. And often that change is twofold. So within 1 year, you'll see that the changes occur during the hot months. And then over time, as sea temperatures or ocean temperatures are increasing, we can also monitor the change there as well.
At the point of this year is summer, and this year is very hot. We didn't get much rain this year at all. It's only like maybe 3 days in a month And also some of the governor department might also ask, does anyone see the coral bleaching? Can you report it? And that's why we go out to do the coral watch. And the bleaching, we cannot really stop it. It's the thing that we cannot really tell what's gonna happen tomorrow. It depends on the weather. And the only thing that we can do is to monitor what happened.
In Thailand, we can get more than 10,000 million baht per year just from the coral cell, from the tourist activities, from the fishery. If in the next 10-20 years, if we still, increase the carbon dioxide into the ocean, into the atmosphere, more than 90% of the coral reef around the world will be at risk and will be disappear. So it's time now for us to do something to save the coral.